All right, we've got Darius Taylor here. Darius, you want to start with your thoughts about the game, and then we'll move on to questions. Okay, now you can hear me. Coach, you want to start with your thoughts on the game, and then we'll move on to questions.
Hello?
Coach, can you hear me? Just do it like this. Can you just tell us your thoughts on the game first, and we'll move on to questions?
I mean, it was a great all-around team effort. I thought we battled through adversity. We battled through just really physical, grind out game. I thought Tiffany bounced back, had a great game. We continue to, do what we do defensively since the second half started, and just make it, really hard for them to get into their initial sets, denying them the ball and disrupting them. So it was, I'm just so happy for them. I'm happy for the team that, it finally paid off for us to get a win after working so hard.
All right, we'll move on to questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand. I'll call on you. And Spencer, we'll start with you. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach. First of all, congrats on the win. I know you're one who likes to deflect credit and praise onto the players, but this is obviously—
Hang on 1 second, Spencer.
Sure.
Spencer, can you repeat that question?
Can you hear me now, Coach?
Yes.
Perfect. Again, just congrats on the win. I know that you're a coach who likes to deflect praise and credit to your players, but this is obviously your first win as a WNBA head coach. Can you just talk about off the bat what this win means to you?
Oh man, it's special because I never thought I'd be in this position, one, and then there's also to see all the hard work that the staff and the players have been through again since the second half started, to see that hard work pay off, to see them to continue to buy in, to keep showing up even with the adversity, even with the losing streak, to just keep showing up, doing their job and playing hard. And I knew eventually we would get over the hump. I hate that it's this late, but still we just got to take it one game at a time. So I'm happy for them. I'm happy for the organization. And I'm happy to just have that losing streak off our back.
And then just what did you see as the biggest keys to kind of ending this losing streak? And what does it kind of say about your team moving forward?
I think we've learned, like we've been in so many close games the second half, and we would have, just a mental breakdown offensively or defensively in terms of execution. And, we lose it, losing game by possession, losing game of offensive rebound, when the clock goes off. Like we've just had so many things happen to us. And I think we've just learned to grow from those things and not allow it to happen again. And it finally paid off this game where we just grinded out, made plays down the stretch, made free throws, and did a better job, just rebounding. Because I think the first half they might have had, 9 offensive boards or something like that. So we did a much better job just keeping them off the boards the second half. So just really happy, for the win.
And
Spencer, keep it going.
Yeah, you get 36 minutes and 22 points out of Tiffany, which is something, given her injury, you haven't been able to get in a long time. Do you kind of view her status for the rest of the season? I know it's still day to day, but I guess if you could just talk about the boost that she's given to your team today and what she's going to give to your team the rest of the season.
And I just told Tiffany that, we don't expect her to be Tiffany, coming back from an injury like that. And I just told her, we're going to try to get her some early looks to get her going, to get her some stuff around the basket, get her going, get her confidence going. But her body, she has the ability to do whatever she wants. It's just when you're coming back from injury, there's a little doubt in your mind of what you can still do, or, your mind might be telling your body to do it and it's not ready to do it yet. So she just had to get in the flow, play off of 2 feet a little more. And like I said, get some shots closer to the basket to go in first, and that give her some confidence. So we talked about it a little bit, and it paid off for her today. She was patient. She didn't force a lot. and she just let it come to her. And I'm happy for her to see her bounce back and feel like her old self today.
And then what gives you confidence as a coach that you're going to be able to keep this momentum moving forward?
You know, I think if you play hard and you play with energy, you got an opportunity to be in a lot of games. You know, we don't, you know, we try to outwork people. We try to, you know, disrupt them and make them play our game. And it worked today. And, you know, going forward, that's just how we have to approach each game.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, we've got Tiffany Hayes here. If you have a question for her, please raise your hand. I'll call on you. Spencer Nussbaum, we'll start with you. Go ahead.
Hey, Tiffany, just first off, congrats on the win. How does it feel?
How you think it feel?
Probably pretty good.
Amazing, man. It's just to be so close and some of the other games, and now to finally see our hard work play off, and we all played together and we stuck with it till the end. That was the main thing. We stuck with it to the end, and we finally got one. So it feels amazing.
Jackie Powell, go ahead.
Hey, Tiffany, I'm just curious as to getting from, I guess, you guys came up so close in that first one against Dallas. You played hard in both games, obviously, but I'm just wondering mentally how you all sort of got from point A to point B, where it's like you were so close, and then in the next game you were able to, you know, get to the goal, which was winning the game.
I mean, we're not a team that puts our head down. So we know we've been close, and a lot of the games we've been playing, and we literally just have to go back to the drawing board, see what we did wrong. It's just that we weren't putting 4 quarters together, or we would start off bad like last game. This game we had a better start, so that helped us out. It's just little things we always have to correct, and us not giving up all the time, and that led to us winning today.
And what do you think the key was to putting those 4 quarters together?
We were actually executing. We were running the plays right. We were on defense. We were getting key stops, especially at the end of the game. Our rebound definitely could have been better. We gave up a lot of O-boards, but again, we're not going to be perfect, but at least we did a lot of stuff better from the last game into this game. So came out on top.
Great. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Spencer, back to you.
Yeah, Tiffany, I mean, you're obviously a confident player. This is a confident team. So I wanted to ask you, what gives you the most confidence that this team is going to be able to, you know, close the season out on a strong note?
Just like I said, we don't give up. As much as this team has been through this whole season with literally almost everything from A to Z, we're still going to practice every day, working hard. We're still coming into games thinking we're going to win them, and we're still giving it our all when we go on the court. So I'm definitely confident in us that we can do something special at the end of the season.
All right, Tiff, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Got a dub. Peace.
Sure, you guys were not expecting me.
Surprise, we have Blake Dietrich here. If you have a question for her, please raise your hand. I'll call on you. And Jackie Powell, we'll start with you. Go ahead.
Oh, how fun. I literally turned the game on and you started doing incredible things on defense. But anyway, so yes, I will admit I didn't watch the whole game, but when I turned it on. So anyway, what I want to know from you is, you guys took this team pretty close, I guess, what was it, 2 days ago? So what exactly had to happen for you all to be able to finally snap this losing streak?
Yeah, I think we've had a couple instances where we're not all on the same page, or we're not all on the same like level. And I think today, because we're so shorthanded, we have 9 people now who are dressing. So we need every single person to be at their best. And I think we had that today. And then also just those little adjustments, those simple things, like they really love to load up the middle of the key on ball screens. So we got to hit the riser and then get it into the post, or like simple things like that, but just making those adjustments and executing. And then just getting stops down the end. I think our defense was excellent. So, yeah.
I also wanted to ask about the defense. I mean, I saw those, there was like a deflection from you. There was a like a steal that went on? I mean, what defensively, I guess personally, and then looking at the group holistically really worked today for you all?
Yeah, I take a lot of pride in my defense, and I think that people see me step on the court and don't expect me to be able to defend.
Mhm.
So I take a lot of pride in being able to defend and get stops. Today was not as great for me personally as Thursday's game,
Sure.
but it's better. I'll take the win 100 times out of 100. So I think Odyssey was incredible defensively. I think Tiffany was incredible defensively. I think Elizabeth Williams saved our butts like maybe 20 times. So it's collective. It's everybody. It's when everybody's at their best and following our schemes and then also giving the effort. That's when we were totally locked in.
Wonderful. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Jackie.
Spencer Nussbaum, go ahead.
Hey, Blake, I just wanted to echo that again. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
So I know that you've played under Coach Darius for a few years now. He's generally more of a reserved coach, I guess, than some others in the league. So he's not one to necessarily sing his own praises. So I was wondering if you could kind of do it for him now that he's gotten, his first WNBA victory.
I will gladly do that. He is an incredible coach. He knows what to say at the right times. He knows how to motivate us without screaming at us or making it seem like anger or frustration. And he also has a respect for how hard we've been working, even though we haven't necessarily been winning. And I'm just so proud that I was here to help in some small way, help him get his first WNBA win as a head coach. So that is just an amazing experience for him. And I'm so glad we could do it and bring one home.
And then again, I don't think we're here for the entirety of the losing streak, but you were here for part of it. Can you just kind of give us some insight into what the team morale is like now that you guys have finally, crossed over that border?
Yeah, a little bit of relief, I think, just to have like the monkey off your back of like, oh, another one. But I think it's momentum. We're going into another game in home against Phoenix and then DC next weekend. And we just want to take it one game at a time and keep getting better. And hopefully we're on a good trajectory now.
All right. Thanks so much, Blake.
Thanks, Spencer.
Jackie, back to you.
Yeah, I'll ask another one. Why not? So I'm curious, Blake, as to how you think, because you were a part of this team getting its first win in, I don't know how many weeks, but it was 11 games. So I'm curious as to how you've been able to, with I guess how you approach leadership, how you approach working with others. How do you think you've helped this group get over the hump and get a W?
I mean, I think it's a team effort 100%. But my job is to bring my best self every single day, bring as much energy and positivity as I possibly can. And I do think those things matter. I know this is the best league in the world and like skill is so important, but I do think that those intangibles add a lot of value. And sometimes you see incredible teams with a ton of skill who aren't as successful as they should be because of those other intangible things. So for me, just hard-nosed defense, knock down a shot when I'm open, and bring that positive energy and spirit as much as I can.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Of course.
And Spencer, back to you for the last question. Go ahead.
Yep, just one more for me. So obviously, I think Monique was supposed to be up here, so I have a question about her to you.
Sure.
Over the past couple of weeks, I mean, it looks like she's playing the best basketball of her career. When you're sharing the court with her, what are you seeing out there that's making her so successful?
Yeah, she and I actually had a talk the other day because I was in Atlanta for her rookie season, and I am just blown away by the growth that she has achieved. She has become such an incredible woman and teammate and player. And I just am like, yeah, I'm blown away by her. But she's someone like me who she brings the energy, she brings the effort. You're never gonna get a lack of effort or desire or fight from her. And so for me, I'm like, I can live with mistakes when they happen. Not saying they happen often, but I can live with that if you're giving 110% effort. And Monique is always doing that. And she's always putting in that extra work. The stuff you don't see on the court is that she's early to the gym working out. She's staying after practice, getting work in. She's always working on herself and working on her game. And now it's starting to pay off. And I think that's awesome.
All right. Thank you so much, Blake.
Thank you guys. Sorry it wasn't Mo.
No, it was great.